A trendy t-shirt for only $5. A stylish dress delivered in just 2 days. A wardrobe that changes every season. Sounds like the dream, doesn't it? But have you ever stopped to ask yourself a simple question? Who really pays the price for cheap fashion? The answer might surprise you. Behind every discounted piece, every wild fashion haul, and every limited time offer lies a hidden story that is often overlooked. A story of polluted rivers, overflowing landfills, exploited workers, and a planet struggling to keep up with our endless desire for more. Welcome to the world of fast fashion and industry built on speed, convenience, and constant consumption. We live in an era where fashion trend changes almost overnight. Social media encourages us to buy more, wellness, and release perfectly good poses simply because they are no longer trending. As the saying goes, only the leaders do not go. Behind every bargain lies a cost that money alone cannot measure. Fast fashion may seem affordable to us, but it's true. Price is paid by our environment, vulnerable communities, and ultimately by future generations. Today, we invite you to beyond the price tag and uncover the hidden cost of fast fashion, because every choice we make as consumers shapes the future of our world.
Imagine walking into a store today and finding hundreds of brand new designs. A week later, they will be replaced by another collection. This endless cycle is known as fast fashion, the rapid production of inexpensive clothing designed to keep up with ever-changing trends. Unlike traditional fashion, where garments were made to last for years, fast fashion focuses on producing clothes as quickly and cheaply as possible. The result? Millions of people buy more than they need, wear each item only a handful of times, and then move on to the next trend. Social media has only accelerated this culture. Viral haul videos, influencer marketing, and the pressure to always wear something new have transformed clothing from a necessity into a form of instant gratification. We are no longer just buying clothes, we are buying the feeling of staying relevant. However, there is an old saying, just because you can buy it doesn't mean you need it. Every impulse purchase sends a message to the industry: produce more, sell more, waste more. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, the fashion industry is responsible for between 2% and 8% of global carbon emissions, making it one of the world's largest polluting industries. What seems like a harmless shopping habit is in reality part of much larger environmental crisis. So, before we ask something far more important, what's new in fashion, perhaps we should ask, what is fashion doing to our planet? The answer begins with something we simply cannot live without: water. Before a single t-shirt reaches your wardrobe, thousands of liters of water have already been consumed. In fact, producing just one cotton t-shirt requires approximately 2,700 liters of water, enough to provide drinking water for one person for nearly 3 years. But water is only the beginning. The fashion industry is one of the world's largest consumers of water and a major source of water pollution. During the dyeing and finishing process, untreated wastewater containing harmful chemicals is often discharged into rivers, turning once clear waterways into lifeless streams. These pollutants threaten aquatic ecosystems, contaminate drinking water, and endanger communities that depend on these rivers for survival. Then comes to the waste. Every year, millions of tons of clothing end up in landfills or are burned. Many garments are made from synthetic fibers such as polyester, which can take hundreds of years to decompose. As they slowly break down, they release microplastic, which is tiny plastic particles that flows into the rivers, ocean, and eventually the seafood on our plates. Ironically, the clothes we throw away never truly disappear. They simply return to us in a different form. The earth has always provided enough for our needs, but never for our greed. If we continue treating fashion as disposable, we will soon discover that it is our planet paying the higher price.
But the environment is not the only victim. Hidden behind every affordable outfit is a workforce that often remains invisible. Across many parts of the world, garment workers spend long hours in factories producing thousands of pieces of clothing every single day. While not every factory operates under poor conditions, many workers still face low wages, demanding production targets, and unsafe or unhealthy workplaces. For us, our shirt may simply be another purchase. For them, it may represent hours of repetitive work for very little pay. The pressure for brands to release new collections at incredible speed often creates intense demands throughout the supply chain. When consumers expect cheaper prices and faster delivery, someone somewhere bears the burden of meeting those expectations. As the saying goes, every coin has two sides. Behind every fashionable outfit is a human story that deserves to be seen, not ignored. Fashion should celebrate creativity and self-expression, not come at the expense of dignity and fairness. True style is not measured by how many clothes we own, but by the values we wear. So the next time we admire a bargain, perhaps we should pause and ask ourselves, if this clothes was so inexpensive for me, what if it truly cost someone else?
Fortunately, this is not a story without hope. Every problem begins with a choice, and every solution does too. This is where Sustainable Development Goal 12, responsible consumption and production, become more than just a global target. It becomes a responsibility shared by every one of us. Responsible fashion does not mean abandoning style. It means making smarter choice. Instead of chasing every trend, we can invest in clothes that are durable, versatile, and timeless. We can repair instead of replace, donate instead of discard, and support brands that value ethical production and environmental responsibility. Small action, when multiplied by millions of people, created extraordinary change. Businesses also plays a crucial role by adopting sustainable materials, reducing waste, improving transparency in their supply chains, and ensuring fair treatment of workers. The fashion industry can become part of solution rather than part of problem. As consumers, we hold a remarkable power. Every purchase is a message. Every decision shapes demand. By choosing quality over quantity, we encourage an industry that values people, protect the planet, and produce responsibly. After all, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from future generations. The question is not whether we can make a difference. The question is, will we choose to?
Through history, fashion has reflected who we are. But today, it reflects something ever greater. The choice we make, every shirt we purchase, every trend we follow, and every item we discard leaves a footprint on our environment, on our communities, and on future generations. The hidden cost of fast fashion is not measured in dollars or cents. It is measured on polluted rivers, in overflowing landfills, in exhausted workers, and in an opportunity to protect our planet that we simply cannot afford to waste. Yet, the future has not been written. It is woven, thread by thread, through the decisions we make every single day. Because sustainability is not about being perfect. It is about being responsible. And responsibility begins with awareness. So, before buying something new, ask yourself, do I really need it? Perhaps the most fashionable thing we can build is not the latest trend, but a conscience that cares. Together, let us embrace responsible consumption and production, not simply as sustainable development goal 12, but as a promise to protect the only home we all share. Because when we change the way we consume, we change the future.
Buy with purpose.
Wear with gratitude. Protect our planet.
Respect every pen behind every stitch.
Choose quality over quantity.
Because fashion should never cost the earth.
The future is not fast. The future is sustainable.